Welcome to Real. I am RJ,
I am Christian.
and today we're going to be talking about Morbius.
Yeah, we are.
Because we morbed so hard, baby.
Oh my, yeah, yeah. We
No,
we
we're not
sure
even making
did.
any more of those jokes.
It was certainly Morbin time where I was. All right.
All right.
Um.
So, I do want to talk about it in order, but I want to start by saying I led you to believe. I led you to believe it was
You
better
led
than
me
it
to
was.
believe that, like, we talked about this. You watched it before I did, and you said it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, which makes me wonder how bad you thought it was gonna be, cause it was. I did not enjoy it personally. I did not have a good time.
The one reason it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be is because the bat CGI wasn't terrible. I thought all the CGI was going to be terrible.
Yeah, I guess I don't think really any of the CGI except for the face stuff was that bad.
The face stuff was horrible.
And there were a couple decent, nice, colorful shots in it.
Right.
Anyways, into the plot of the movie, which is potentially the worst part. So, like, the first thing we learn, and the first complaint I have written down, is we hear Morbius say in this big CGI jungle that he lands in a helicopter that vampire bats weigh almost nothing, but they can down a creature nearly 10 times their size. I googled it. No, they can't.
Right. No,
they cannot do that.
No, they cannot do that. My first complaint. Less than 10 minutes into the movie, we establish artificial blood. So Morbius is never, other than the first time he changes, going to need human blood.
Well, I mean, they do kind of play through that. My issue with Morbius when he changes is he immediately becomes a murderer, and then it establishes that he's conscious, like he knows. I don't really care that he passed out. He knows.
No, so I got the impression that he was not in control of himself, and I thought it was kind of stupid that a mindless, uncontrolled monster still felt love for this girl.
Yeah, because he was like, I'm not gonna kill this person.
Right. It's a cliche.
It's very clearly weak.
Movies like this.
That entire love story is so forced. They don't even really establish that there is any love between them until the last half hour of the movie.
Right. They just seem like good friends and coworkers.
Yeah.
And
also the villain character. We're getting into mad spoilers, by the way. If you can't tell.
Absolutely, 100% spoilers.
The villain Milo. You're supposed to believe he has a crush on. I don't remember the name of the
dude. I can't remember her
doctor.
name ever either. It's Martine.
Okay. You're led to believe he has a crush on her, but all he does, the only mention of her before he creepily stalks her, is how's she doing?
Right. No, so then we get into the early movie again, and you don't see Morbius's speech about the fake blood and accepting his, as Martine says.
Accept it.
Right. He didn't accept it. Sorry, his speech declining his, as Martine says, Nobel Prize.
Yeah, she does say Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize.
I didn't want to really.
But you get a mention of him dissing the king and queen of Sweden, the entirety of Scandinavia, and the entire scientific community.
Damn. Yeah, that is. Yeah. Why specifically human blood? I don't really get the transformation in general.
Yeah, the scientific explanation behind it is just stupid.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
As Batman proved, if you mix your blood with vampire bat blood, you become a man bat.
Right.
Not some guy who can kind of. He does it like a Superman fly.
That was actually my next complaint, was the absurd scientific explanation for the explanation is vampire bats produce an anticoagulant in their saliva. So if he mixes their DNA with his DNA, then he will produce the anticoagulant and therefore be cured of his disease. The problem is vampire bats don't produce that anticoagulant in the rest of their body. So even if that works, you're getting anticoagulant saliva out of it.
Yeah, like, but he just becomes a vampire.
Right.
And when he first kills those people, which I'm pretty sure Morbius kills more people on screen than Milo does, mostly because, spoiler alert, Martine does not die in that one scene.
No, but all those cops.
There's 2 people. It was 2 cops that we saw him kill.
Was it only 2 cops?
Yeah, we saw him. He grabs a bit of the brick and he throws it at the one guy and he slices the other guy's neck.
Right. No.
It's the 2 cops.
It's 2 cops.
It's the nurse, which, the nurse had me really confused. How does Milo get it? How does Milo get the serum?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they'd rather. They
do establish early on that his Morbius's passcode for everything is the same, and Milo knows him very well.
But Morbius fucking just kicks him out. Milo walks in and Morbius kicks his ass out. He would have seen him get the serum.
But then we cut to Morbius waking up in the little girl's hospital room. So clearly at some point in the night he went there.
Maybe. I don't know. They could show us that rather than show us him dancing in the mirror.
Yeah, I think it's a bit stupid that everybody takes to calling him Milo. His name is Lucian. And it was just rude of Morbius to call him Milo in the beginning.
Oh, yeah, because it was like, we had a bunch of Milos. You're just Milo to me.
Right. But even the doctor at the hospital calls him Milo.
Yeah, also, that guy hasn't aged a day.
No, not at all.
I have 2 notes on here. One is that Jared Leto is not a very good actor, and that Jared Leto is a bad actor. Because, yeah, I don't think Jared Leto... And then I think later I have a mention that Matt Smith, the guy who plays the villain, is also a bad actor. I think he's potentially worse than Jared Leto in this movie.
Their performances were not hot, bro.
Yeah, I don't really think anybody does a fantastic job. I mean, they're pretty much the only 2 characters in the movie.
I do want to give credit where credit is due. The boat scene was cool.
The boat scene, yeah.
It was really cool. I actually really liked that scene.
It is cool. It looks cool, yeah.
The one complaint I have is
he's
the complaint
immediately a murderer.
Right, the one complaint, well, yeah, that. But the one complaint I have about the scene in general is a complaint I have with them, their vampire transformations as a whole, which is the stupid CGI trail behind them when they move. It's stupid. One,
I think it's
for
all right.
most of the movie, it takes the color of their clothes. But at the end of the movie, it's still taking the color of Milo's clothes.
Mm.
But Morbius is in an all-black suit, and his trail is purple.
Oh, true. Yeah, his trail is purple. No, I think the inside of his suit is purple. Because I know.
I mean, either way, his trail was orange earlier.
Because like when he's hanging upside down, you can kind of see the inside of his suit. And that's okay. Yeah, when he's hanging upside down, you can see the inside of his suit, and I think it's purple.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but still, like, earlier the trail was orange because his outside clothes were orange.
Also, it's really weird how he beats Milo.
Why
do the bats like him, but not Milo?
Dude, I don't understand.
Why do the bats like him? I don't get it. Because he has them in a tank, and he's probably kind of nice to them.
Morbius saying, I've developed echolocation, but how do I control it? And then can instantly control it.
Yeah. Although the echolocation effect, when they do show it, is cool. Oh, yeah, that's what they don't show, is I wish they showed, like, a cool effect of that ball bouncing.
Yeah.
They just show him watching the ball bounce.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's mostly a nitpick, but...
Right, and a lot of minor nitpicks. The cop mentions puncture wounds in the pictures he shows.
Yeah, and I was like...
Not visible.
No, one of those dudes had his throat fucking slashed. Also, Morbius, yeah, it didn't look like he bit any of those people. Maybe the dudes he killed off screen. Did he like go back for seconds? Because it said they were all drained of blood.
Yeah, I don't know because it didn't.
I also think it's really annoying.
Yeah, I don't.
This movie is around an hour and a half long, and 40 minutes in, the actual plot starts.
Right. Tyrese Gibson is.
Tyrese is in this movie. I forgot
Tyrese is in this movie, and he's just Tyrese Gibson.
Also, they just have vampire-proof handcuffs.
Yeah. Also, in the scene where they're at Horizon, and they're questioning Morbius, and then he runs away and he goes up to the roof. How'd Tyrese get to the roof so fast?
And he's just like, stop. And he does.
Which that scene kind of counteracts one of my nitpicks later on, which is that he could just suddenly fly. Because in that scene he kind of was realizing it. He was seeing weird things, but
yeah,
it's still like he could just suddenly fly.
Yeah, he can just fly.
He can just fly.
Not like a bat can fly.
No,
like
not at all.
Superman can fly. Also, this is completely off topic for a different part of the movie. Milo just kind of goes nuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he's just he's a bit of a weird dude.
Yeah.
And then he just goes nuts.
How do the FBI agents know that Morbius does origami as a hobby?
I guess they know everything about this.
Yeah,
dude.
Apparently, because they just know that he does origami as a hobby. They're like, we found this on the boat. Hobby of yours, right?
Yeah.
How do you know that a man folds paper as a hobby?
Also, the Tyrese's partner is the dumbest person ever.
Oh my god, worst character writing ever.
My main example is when Martine is running through the supermarket and he says, "Woman in jeans. Where did she go?"
Which one, bro? You mean the one in New York City?
Yeah, like
the one woman in jeans.
Is it New York City?
I think
it's San Francisco.
Is it San Francisco?
I don't remember.
I don't know. They don't actually. Do they ever even actually say?
Yeah, they definitely say what city it is.
Whatever. It's a big city. Point is, there's a lot of women in jeans. That's his descriptor.
Also, that detective, he shakes a cat's litter to call it.
Yeah. What cat is coming to its cat?
Yeah, I was gonna say shaken. I've had a lot of cats in my life. I own a cat currently, and I've never once. I put her litter outside to find her once, but I never shook it.
Right. And then the stupid "you won't like me when I'm hungry" joke.
Yeah.
Oh my
the
God.
Venom joke is kind of ruined too. It was
we are Venom.
It was better in the trailer, first of all, because he was like, "I'm Venom." Just kidding. I'm Dr. Michael Morbius at your service. After he literally fucking obliterates this guy's hand.
Yeah, but he just says.
"I'm Venom." It's like, no, you're cringe. You're cringe, Jared Leto, and you're doing a bad job.
Then Morbius is in prison. Milo comes to visit him. This is when Morbius realizes.
Oh yeah, that
Milo
villain reveal is
villain reveal
dumb.
Dumbest thing ever. Like, oh, he left the cane. That's the villain reveal.
Oh yeah. Doesn't Morbius kill a guy in the prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he kills a guard when he's escaping.
Yeah. But the guard somehow doesn't see the blood that Milo left on the bed.
Yeah, I have a note in here that says he would see that because he absolutely
would see that.
It's
it was sitting right out in the open.
Vial of blood.
This is where I mentioned the dumb fast motion effect. I don't like it. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, and I don't like whenever it goes slow motion and shows their terrible CGI vampire faces.
Yeah. I don't like the reveal.
I don't like the look of this movie, really. Like, there's some scenes that I think look cool.
It's really too dark.
When it is very dark. It's
dark.
A very dark movie. But when the nurse, when Milo's killing the nurse, and there's a scene where she like first looks forward and it shows you down the hallway and the lights kind of flicker. I think it looks cool.
I hate the lights in that hallway. I think for a movie effect they're cool, but for practical use, those are the dumbest lights I've ever seen.
Yeah, why do those lights exist? Actually,
why do they turn?
Because she hits a button.
On? Yeah. She hits a button to turn them all on. But why do they turn on when she's underneath them and then off when she like? So one part of the hallway is lit up. It's just so she can see that somebody's following her. That's literally the only reason those lights do that.
Also, I find it hard to believe Morbius is a hero. During his first scene as the vampire, he slices a man's face.
Mm-hmm.
Then he like is playing with him a little bit. He takes his fingers and he like Freddy Krueger's a fucking pipe, and then he cuts his neck. And it's like, you're evil, bro.
Yeah,
that's evil.
He's very evil. I don't like the plot twist that Milo killed the nurse.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of obvious.
Yeah, I definitely is that supposed to be Milo killing the nurse? If so, how did he get the shit from Morbius?
Right. Because it like clearly wasn't Morbius.
Also, in that when Tyrese and Morbius, who Tyrese is introduced half an hour into this movie. That's the first time we see him. But when they first meet up, and Morbius is like hiding that he's a vampire, he does a shit job at it. He does a terrible job at it because they were like, a nurse died, and he was like, I have another question for you. And Morbius is like, I'm a vampire!
Yeah.
Nah!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, people.
We'll fix that in post.
We'll fix that in my ass.
Yeah, and then you get Morbius. I mean Milo. In kind of the reveal that he's just fucking psycho.
Yeah, that he's nuts.
The dude in the bar. The dude in the bar. Well, you get the cop scene where he kills the cops and then just dances.
Yeah.
And then he's in the bar flirting with that girl, and the dude's being a douchebag.
Yeah, why is he not like killing everybody in that bar?
Yeah, I think
he's just trying to get his fuck on.
I don't know. The dude's being a douchebag. Dude's coincidentally last person to leave the bar, because gotta be the last person to leave the bar.
Of course. So he can Batman him.
And then the stupid quote throughout the movie, the we are the few against the many.
Yeah. It's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
There's two of you, first of all. There's two of you.
Yeah, there's two of you. And Milo's whole like drive for being against Morbius is stupid. Like his whole goal is the whole point of the conflict is he wants Morbius to accept the vampire. What a dumb conflict.
So I'm going to be the worst person.
Yeah, I'm gonna be absolutely awful. I'm gonna kidnap his love interest. I'm gonna kill everybody he loves because I want him to accept being a vampire.
Also, I think it's like the way that he kills him. It's a stake to the heart, and she's like, "I thought you weren't that kind of vampire," and he's like, "Yeah, but it's all I got." Who would a stake to the heart not kill?
Right.
Right. That's such an old. I'm not even close to the first person to say that. That's such an old, outdated thing because make it interesting. You just stabbed him.
Well, no, he
got the bats on him.
It's a poison.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's which is another complaint I have is he just off screen makes this poison with no mention of anything that could kill them potentially previously, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I made this poison, by the way, fatal to bats, paralyzes humans, real shit stuff." What? Dude, you didn't mention, You didn't mention at all that anything you knew of anything
Yeah.
that could kill you guys.
They also don't mention why the fake blood won't work forever.
Yeah, I mean, if it's
Because
if
it's
just
supposed
as
to
good
be
as,
like a perfect recreation of blood, which doesn't make any sense.
right.
Because blood is, it's a pretty differing thing between each person. But yeah, why won't it work forever? We don't need to know that though, so we can watch the Doctor Who dance. We can watch Morbius fly twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like
The pacing in this movie sucks. By
the
the
pacing
way.
of this movie is terrible. Morbius learns everything so quick.
Yeah.
Milo learns nothing in this movie. Like he learns the echolocation thing. Kind of. He
learns how to be an asshole.
He learns how to hear better. Then Martine is, air quotes, killed off screen.
No, she's killed on screen.
Kind of on screen.
Oh no, yeah, I guess.
Like you see the initial stabbing, and then it cuts to Morbius,
And he
then
flies to her.
He flies to her. He gets there. She's
right after.
dying.
Right after he calls. He kills the old doctor.
This is so
Which,
many.
The old doctor's death is stupid.
Yeah.
Because Milo slices his belly, and he tells him to tell Morbius something. I couldn't understand what he said.
He doesn't tell him any of what he told him to tell him.
No, he doesn't. But he probably says we're the few among the many, or whatever, or against the many. But that doctor lives until Morbius gets there.
Yeah. Yeah, he
just to fucking
just
die.
To die immediately. This is where I point out the trail no longer takes the color of Morbius' clothes, obviously. The bats accept Morbius, but not Milo. We already mentioned that. It's kind of stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
And then he can just call the bats.
True. Yeah, because he just essentially is a bat.
Right.
But he flies like a fucking plane.
Also, the end of the final fight, so terrible. It's just Morbius is getting his ass kicked for so much of that fight, just getting absolutely obliterated. And then he calls the bats, takes control, and immediately kills Milo.
Yeah.
Like
He just walks up to Milo. Milo's on the ground, and he walks up to him and
Milo
stabs him.
dies like such a baby. You can't kill me. We're buddies. We're pals.
And it's like, you're nuts.
Yeah,
you're a fucking psychopath.
You can't kill me. We're best friends. The few against the many. And then Martine becomes a vampire. And this is... So many people get bit by either Milo or Morbius throughout this movie. She's the first one to become a vampire.
Yeah. I think it was because of the weird kiss where, like, the blood... I don't know.
But it's her blood.
Yeah! It was her blood.
And then the end credit scenes did not answer any questions. They only confused the hell out of me.
I don't give a shit about Michael Keaton.
but so we're now led to believe that for some reason...
It's in all three universes, dude. I don't give a shit about the Michael Keaton thing. We saw the Tobey Maguire Daily Bugle. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is like graffiti on the wall.
Yeah, I know, but why did... So it's not supposed to be in the Amazing Spider-Man universe?
No, I don't think so.
What universe is Morbius in?
I think I don't know, something after
because
like No Way Home.
Adrian Toomes is obviously in the Homecoming universe, but he gets transported to a different universe, which makes no sense in the MCU because they got transported to that universe.
Yeah, I don't know, unless it's just like...
It just confused the hell out of me. It made no sense.
Yeah,
I don't know why they did those things.
Why is Michael Keaton in the movie?
It makes no sense.
I don't even remember what the other one was.
It was Michael Keaton.
Oh yeah, they are both Michael Keaton.
They're both Michael Keaton. The first one is him getting transported to the other universe. The second one is Morbius in a desert and Michael Keaton meeting up with him with the vulture wings on.
Yeah.
So the question is, if he's in another universe, how's he got the vulture wings?
True. Like, I guess because he wasn't wearing them.
Right. He's in prison.
Yeah.
And the prison wouldn't have them because it's a different prison. So the end credit scenes did nothing but confuse me.
Honestly, yeah, like, I think the last half hour of the movie was the worst. So,
Yeah, the acting was...
as soon as the romance between them is established, for her to be immediately killed off. Well, not killed off,
Right,
but killed off for the rest
off.
of the movie. Which, lame final fight. I didn't like the final fight. It's ugly. It's boring. The bats liking Morbius is stupid. But it's like nothing happens for the first hour and a half of this movie. Or first hour and like 20 minutes, because it's around an hour and a half. So they're like, fuck, we have to cram so much. We have to kill this doctor. We gotta knock her out. We gotta have them fight. We gotta have him be like not really chased by police, but the police show up, and his bats come out of the ground.
Yeah,
and it's too much in a very short time.
and then the reveal of Martine being a vampire.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's so ridiculous. The acting, the best actor in the entire movie is Tyrese Gibson, yeah.
Which is so weird to say.
Yeah, I mean,
Tyrese has never been the best anything in anything.
Oh man, yeah, Tyrese is the best actor in the movie, and that's saying a lot. Well, the doctor wasn't terrible, except that he just had shitty writing.
I don't remember when he was talking to Jared Leto during the scene where he's like, "I want my serum. I want the serum. Give me the serum."
No, not that doctor.
Oh, the old doctor.
The old doctor, not Doctor Who.
Not doctor. That makes sense.
I forgot that he's the doctor.
Yeah, he is the doctor.
But no, it's like they didn't. The worst part of all of this is the movie is so bad, but it got memed so much. They are going to make a sequel.
Oh, they're absolutely going to make a sequel. It's already been announced. But Sony's stupid because so the movie didn't make any money when they first released it. And then it got memed. It made like $372 trillion.
Yeah.
Highest grossing movie of all time. And Sony was like, "Oh, we could capitalize off of this." And they re-released it in theaters for it to average in its run. I think it's like 7 seats per theater.
Yeah.
Or per show. Which means there were plenty of shows with no viewings. Plenty of them. Probably a bunch. Which is plenty.
Yeah, and they're gonna make a sequel, and it's like, I doubt the internet's gonna meme it twice, man.
No. I mean, the internet, the meme for the second run was that, wow, you guys are stupid enough to put this in theater a second time. You really don't understand meme culture, and they don't.
Right, no, because we were literally roasting the movie with our memes. And
yeah, but it's like, and I bet they're rolling, they're shaking in their boots, dude, because fucking Illumination is killing it with the Minions movie. It's making so much money because of meme culture. But that's because the Minions are an established meme. The Minions, there's so much lore to the Minions.
Right, Morbius is an unknown B-list Spider-Man villain.
Morbius is one of my least favorite Spider-Man villains. I hate the stupid, I'm a vampire who needs Spider-Man blood trend that happened in Marvel. But he doesn't work without Spider-Man.
No, not at all.
Significantly less than Venom.
Right, I guess...
Which is a little weird to say.
How does Morbius know about Venom? What fucking universe
What fucking
is this
universe
movie
is... It's in every universe. You don't understand.
What universe is this movie?
There are no universes.
It's a multiverse movie.
There are no universes, dude. There are 0 universes. They understand that they are just fiction on Earth. they have gathered this, and so they were like, we'll sign contracts, and we're gonna show Michael Keaton, we're gonna show Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and we're gonna show that Daily Bugle thing, cause we can.
Yeah.
We don't need it to make sense. The people will eat it up, and nobody did. Nobody ate it up. I want to see. I didn't Google this. How much money Morbius actually made?
It can't be a lot.
No, there's no way. It made 163.9 million.
What was his budget?
75 to 83 million.
So it really made about 70. It made like nothing.
Yeah, no.
Because once they had to pay out.
So for a film to generally be considered a success, you have to, I think, triple your budget.
And it barely doubled it.
Yeah, I don't think it did. Oh yeah, I guess it did. 75 to 83, and then it was like 163. Yeah.
So it barely doubled it.
So it didn't really make enough money to warrant a sequel, but we know we're getting one.
Oh.
And we know just how great it's gonna be.
Yeah, overall I rate this movie 1.5 out of 5 stars.
Look, I don't even know if I would give it that. If I had to go out of 5, maybe half a star. I did not enjoy this movie. Really, really even a little bit. The meme is dead. We're killing it farther.
Yeah.
And I hate Jared Leto, you know?
Yeah, he's not a good person. He's not a good actor.
Yeah, I think Jared Leto should just stop or get better at something. I like Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
I like the song The Kill, Bury Me by 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah.
I like watching him get the shit beat out of him in Fight Club. But that's really about it. Matt Smith probably could have done better. He was Doctor Who, after all. I mean, I don't know anything about Doctor Who, but I assume the acting's decent.
What I've seen of it, I don't understand why it's so popular. It's not, the acting's not good.
Have you ever seen Star Wars?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, so
I think half an hour is a good. Morbius was a nothing movie. I think half an hour is a good kind of starter.
We can call it here. We wanted to start with a movie that neither of us had seen or talked about together, so we decided on Morbius.
Yeah.
Pretty terrible movie to start with. Tune in next week. We're going to be watching
Schindler's List, baby.
No.
Hell
no,
yeah, dude.
We're going to be watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, which we've both heard is a
very
far,
good.
far better movie.
Yes, I am much more excited to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once than I am to even think about Morbius, because I'm never watching this movie again.
Thanks for listening.